Fire Escape Academy Inspector Training. We're here in, I believe, it's Commerce and Austin. Got a fire escape, nice and white. White fire escapes are great because, again, you can see a lot more things than you normally would not see on a black fire escape. But let's see if we can take a look, see if there's any deterioration to write a violation on this one. So if it's got more paint than rust, you can't write a deterioration violation because spot painting will fix any and all this. So, but let's say the client did paint this whole thing and it was nice and pristine white. We need some structural issues to see. The first indication that you might find some structural problems is you got square head bolts everywhere, indicating that this thing has never been refurbished. This thing is 75 to 100 years old and it's got all the original bolts. Right now, let's take a look at some structural issues. First of all, you can see that we have a safety issue because this box, which was all welded and then not bolted, the bottom plate that has all these chunks of steel inside there is popping and ready to drop. So if this thing pops any further, this weight box is going to drop all kinds of junk and debris on top of somebody and can possibly hurt or kill them. So it needs a release arm because right now this thing is counterbalanced backwards because you have to come out and step on it in order to make it drop, and it won't stay down, it'll go right back up, and a fireman can't reach up with his hands and get this. So fire escapes have to be single action with a release arm. Once released, it drops 2 to 3 feet per second, hits the ground and stays down so people can evacuate. And whether the firemen arrive 1 minute, 10 minutes, or an hour later, the fire escape is in a down position ready for them to use. In case there's a release arm on this, nobody can pull this down either, so the release arm also acts as an anti-theft device. Now let's take a look at some other structural issues. You got treads that are original bolting. You can see some rust coming a little bit behind, but if you go up there and look at the other treads, you got all kinds of rust already coming in behind the tread clips. Look for cement. They got some cement holes up against the building that you can see, so those need to be addressed. And the clips, so that needs to be verified that the fire escape is tied well to the building. So just on this box alone, I can write a structural violation, and the inspector, the fire escape inspector or the structural engineer, will identify all these. But these rusty tears is an indication that there's rusting going on all these clips and that the fire escape, which has been just painted over and over. So again, when you write the violation, do not write a scrape and paint violation. Write repair, paint, and test violation. That automatically gets them to ask the question, what do you mean by repair, paint, and test? And you tell them you need to have an inspector perform an evaluation. You need a copy and they need a copy of the evaluation so that the vendor who's going to do the work is doing it off a report. And it's under the control of a structural engineer who's going to sign off on the final when the wall work is done. Any questions on this fire escape, please call 866-649-0333. Speak with Fire Escape Engineers. You can also visit the website, fireescapeengineers.com. You can also go to Google or YouTube video for additional videos and type in Fire Escape Inspector, Fire Escape Engineer, or Fire Escape Training, Fire Escape Inspections, Fire Escape Seminar, and you'll see lots of other related videos that tell you how to inspect, repair, service, or paint fire escapes. And those are put free of charge on the internet by Fire Escape Engineers as a courtesy to anyone and everyone who wants to deal a little bit more with fire escapes. We also have free confidence tests, free tags, free training, free seminar training online or at your location just by calling, again, Fire Escape Engineers, 1-866-649-0333.